You doctors keep sending us out to go and buy a new bucket. Fix the problem with the roof, and then you won't have.
To buy any more buckets.
There you
Yeah.
go. There you go.
And therein is the solution. So, in summary of what Ironman's saying, and in quotes Paul Check, we both have studied with Paul Check, who's well renowned, highly respected for getting people out of pain. And like he always says, one of the principles we go by as well is you treat the person as the problem.
Yeah.
So you treat the person as a problem, not the problem itself.
Yeah.
That's the person
Yeah.
with the problem.
Yeah.
So, we treat the problem, not the symptom, because like I said, the symptom is the pain, the problem is something else. So, and that's most of the time. There are some cases where you need surgery. We're not saying there isn't no need for surgery. What we're saying is most of the criteria for surgery isn't being met when you're having surgery. So, and that's a fair point. That's why there are alternatives to surgery. There are things like lifestyle changes, postural changes, exercise changes, and these are the things that are so important.
Yeah, even something as simple as drinking water to hydrate the body and to help to act as a lubricant between the joints. So the first sign of pain, and it may have taken a while to get there, could in fact be a sign of dehydration. If you kill one of those signs, one of those signals that the body sends out with painkillers, for example, what you're doing is numbing the body to tell you when to act in a certain way. Now, of course, you shouldn't be waiting until you get into pain before you start drinking lots of water, but as a signal to what may be wrong. Masking it with a painkiller will actually make the problem worse.
So, and just like another example again, like I was kind of alluding to a little while ago, doctors study diseases, they don't study people. We study the person that has the disease, not the disease that has the person. And that's the problem solving. So, as again, another example, teach a man to fish, feed him for a lifetime. Give a man a fish, feed him for a day. So to give a man a fish and feed him for a day is the treatment model where they're dependent upon you. But to teach a man to fish, that's the lifestyle change. That man can now eat for a lifetime because he has the principles in place as to what to do. So if we teach you a corrective exercise program, you'll know what the problem is. Because think of it, guys, how many times does your surgeon actually tell you what's causing the problem? They don't really tell you. All they tell you is where it hurts. But you already know that because that's why you went there. You know where it hurts. Why is he telling you where it hurts? So we're going to tell you why it hurts, what lifestyle things you can do to change it. And at the end of the day, you're spending less on your treatment because your lifestyle is overtaking that treatment because, surgery is going to cost $4,000 to $10,000 or more. But if you do lifestyle changes, you're looking at far less money, hundreds of pounds as opposed to thousands of pounds, and you're going to feel better for it. Because if you go to a surgeon, you're still going to have poor posture, poor breathing, poor lifestyle habits, so on, so on, so on. All you're going to have is some, titanium plates in your leg, but you're still the same person.
Yeah. On that point, I was speaking to Mom a few months ago and recommending some of these lifestyle changes that Warren just talked about. And my mom said to me, but organic food is so expensive. But weigh it up. Bad health always costs more than good food.
Yep.
But will Mom go out and get the? No. And it's hard when you see somebody that you love go through intense pain. And I actually feel the pain for her. Not literally, but figuratively, I feel the pain for her. Because she's in excruciating, agonizing pain. But will she actually do anything to solve the cause of the problem instead of just dealing with the symptoms? No, and it's hard to get people to change. Maybe it's a generational thing, or maybe it's just hard to get people out of their comfort zones. But I suppose that's one of the quests that Warren and I are on, to encourage people to take a good look at the things that they can change so that they can get back to dealing with the causes of their problems and then develop good health from that.
And those dealing with the causes of those problems will alleviate the effects themselves, guys. So, guys, you got to ask yourselves, do you love yourself? People say, oh, yeah, of course I love myself. Do you smoke every day? Yeah. Do you drink? Yeah. Do you eat cheap food? Yeah. So how can you tell me you love yourself if you're going to make those choices? And that may sound harsh, guys, but it's like there's an inverse relationship between the amount of money people spend on their clothes, on their house, on their car, on the rings, the chains, compared to how much they spend on their food. So like Ironman was saying just now, organic food's too expensive. but the watch that you wear that costs £500
Hey.
would have told the right time if it cost £20. Of course it would. So herein lies the problem. The way we view our pain. Like one of my clients, he always says, you know, what's the point of being the richest man in the graveyard? And that's the thing. Most people just buy the most expensive things they can't take with them. But you know, on people's deathbeds, they really regret their choices in life that led them to the grave that quickly. Like Tony Robbins always says, you know, he says, you're actually digging your grave with your teeth. You know, just because the choices of food that you make, so your teeth become the thing that ingests the rubbish, so it makes you go into the grave quicker because your lifestyle's bad.
In a follow-up audio to this, perhaps we can look at some of the effects of taking painkillers.
Yeah,
and what we can do to come up with natural ideas or natural means of dealing with pain instead of the over-the-counter painkillers, painkillers that the doctors recommend.
So that's what we're going to do, guys. So on part 2 of this, as Ironman just stated, on part 2 is we're going to be focusing a lot more on solutions, long-term solutions that you guys can adhere to, so you can avoid giving the surgeons your hard-earned money. This one, as you've seen, is just kind of like a summary of typical problems and scenarios and lifestyle thoughts that people have. The next one, we're going to go through all the solutions. So I'm Warren Williams.
I'm Siobhan's Ironman Thompson. Peace and love, people.
See you soon.
All right.